Hey, this is Gracie Opulanza, and today we're talking about Copenhagen street style. Now, Copenhagen, I was there for Copenhagen Island Hotel review. Check it out on Men's Style Fashion. And while I was walking around, I noticed a section in Copenhagen dedicated to fabulous vintage stores, beautifully presented. The vintage clothing is in excellent condition. But when I walked in, I saw a group of gorgeous travellers all the way from Brazil. Now, Copenhagen is everything trench coat, block colours, and beige is really where the Danish excel. And I noticed the women were wearing oversized shorts. I get it because Copenhagen is a city of riding bikes. But let's have a look how you can make the quite boyish shorts look really feminine thanks to these people from Brazil who are a lover of vintage items. Now you can check the original recording on TikTok and Instagram, Gracie Opulanza. Because of YouTube and the podcast, there was music playing in the background, so I'm going to pretty much replicate what they said. But if you want to hear the original and see the original, just go to TikTok, Gracie Opulanza, or my Instagram. So, as I said, walking the streets of Copenhagen, you quickly realise one thing. Beige rules here. The colour is everywhere. Beige coats, beige trench, beige block tones. It's the Danish uniform, understated and practical. And I get it. This is a riding city, oversized long shorts, comfortable layers. It all works when you're jumping on and off a bike, unlike I wore a dress. Not practical, but anyway. But what excites me, again, it's the travel is, my travel is not predictable. It's the ones that stand out. And today, Copenhagen gave me a gift all the way from Brazil. Now, as I said, the vintage shops, they're not dusty racks. They're not forgotten pieces. They're high-end fine suede jackets, heritage boots, and a phenomenal Prada jacket, jewellery. One-off treasures, and I spent hours in there. But for me, the real catwalk is the street itself. And as I said, my pick of the day is the Brazilian young travellers who completely stole the show. They, in fact, I kept saying it in the recording, am I looking at a Vogue shoot? Am I looking at a Vogue shoot? And they were just naturally gorgeous. No Botox, amazing skin, and really warm and welcoming. Now, so let's talk about the girl with the red hair. Oversized shorts, styled perfectly like a suit. It worked, effortless and sharp, and fantastic for Copenhagen, riding on bikes, and for travelling. She looked absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, that red hair is not natural, but it looks natural, just gorgeous. And that porcelain skin. Now, have a look at the lady with the vintage suede jacket, teamed with like over-the-knee boots, high, long legs, gorgeous, and the combination of vintage and bold modern street energy, brilliant. And again, you know, you can wear those boots on the plane. She looked fabulous. All very comfortable wear, again, riding the bike. And the guy, beautiful energy, an elegant black jacket, sporty, edgy, black shorts, polished brogues, simple, but that contrast of tailored shoed with laid-back shorts. This is definitely a Copenhagen street style at its best, and it's a more upmarket from what the Danes would normally gravitate. Honestly, keep looking at them. Vogue Brazil editorial shoot happening right in front of Gracie Opulanza. Don't forget, on TikTok you'll hear the original recording. Now, then they kept looking at me and I thought, hey, turn the camera on Gracie Opulanza. Everything opposite to street styling for Copenhagen. Now, the crochet long knit cardigan, bespoke, was made for me when I drove the Ferrari in the United Kingdom. Easy, oversized, a piece that covers unflattering arms and still makes a statement. And I would put this in the bike basket, so I didn't want to ruin it. So it is not bike friendly, but I'm okay with taking things on and off. Have a look at the Chanel inspired Thai beaded wool dress. Thailand has lambs. That's Thai wool. It was warm in Copenhagen, but it was beautiful because wool keeps you cool in summer. Did you know that? And because it was oversized, because I've put on a lot of weight thanks to menopause, and I don't want to show my unflattering menopause stomach. The hand stitching, beading, everything was made in Hoi An, Thailand. And it was really the first time that I put this dress to the test, and it certainly was fantastic. Now, Uno di 50 is a brand from Spain, and noticed they were loving the necklace, which is layers of woman climbing to the top in her career, which I could reminisce. It is a real head turner. My upcycling Versace button that I turned into a ring, the Georg Jensen ring, which is a Copenhagen brand, and then all my Nonna Italia gold. That's a story. I really felt to wear it, and it was an eclectic mix of who I am. So back to the Vogue Brazilian gorgeous people. Copenhagen street style may be beige at its core, but it's the outlets, the travellers, the vintage lovers who bring the city to life. And today the Brazilians reminded me fashion is always about movement, about taking your roots and mixing them into wherever you are. And that's Copenhagen. You can never overdress in Copenhagen. Everyone, looked very classic. And for me, that's street style. And that's what I keep walking, always looking, narrating the catwalk of every day. I don't buy into trends. I'm never in vogue. I'm ahead of it. I'm a trendsetter, a trend forecaster. It's a gift. It's a real gift that I have. Share your thoughts, like, subscribe. What's your favourite Brazilian outfit that you could see in this post? What do you think of the lady with the red hair? Thank you very, very much. And again, looking to stay in Copenhagen Island Hotel, just about 10 minutes on bikes, gorgeous on the riverside. Check it all out, menstylefashion.com, gracieopulanza.com, and also vintagestyleclothing.com. Share your favourite vintage item today. What did you think of my outfit? Did it work? Is it all a little bit too much? What do you think of the crochet red cardigan?